Now here's the good news, guys, is you are pretty much at the end of your cycle. If we were in something much broader than this, like we were dealing with really highly competitive industries and markets with dozens of topics and a couple of major themes like automobile or car insurance or something like that, then we'd have a lot more work to do. And it's during that type of environment where a phase 3 could be used for more than one parent theme in a couple different combinations. We have flower essence because you have actually created your own synonymic set. And it was you collected this synonymic set and you forced it using the box on the search engine improvement synonym area. And you did notice that these actually came up with all the other many suggestions that were not appropriate for this market. And they did appear on that large list, and you deleted everything else except these. You also could have forced them in the little box that you can type in there, and those would have become keyword generation only, and or they would have been put up for selection for theme defining. So you can theme define anything you want. You could theme define, purple Volkswagen for flower essence if you wanted to. You can force anything, but remember it's going to skew, and you could even select it as theme defining, but it's going to skew your theme profoundly, and they're going to try to find purple Volkswagen keywords to be overlapping with flower essence. So what you would normally do, what Sue uses this phase for, and we're not really going to need to do it right now because there's just not a lot. If there was a few other themes, like maybe we wanted to experience, maybe we would want to have a look at what flower remedies as the parent theme would look like, with flower essence and flower essences as a secondary keywords. In other words, this is a playground for you to deal with the variations of the way that it affects the theme. Okay. In fact, let's do a little experiment here. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you. This is not something you should do in your process, but let's view themes for this cluster. Let's take flower essences, right here. And then let's also do flower essences by itself. Remember, when you view all clusters, we have phase 1 for flower essences. Flower essences is the only theme in that category. See what I mean? Let's go to Blueprint. I'm going to show you something Sue calls a Q&D. It's a quick and dirty. Okay, let me just go back here. And these are some things that I've got going on. Here's a Floralive, but I'm going to create a new blueprint. I'm going to only do an outline. It's just a quickie. And I'm going to call this, let me see here, flower essences multi-theme. Okay, just click submit. And normally I'd be doing this in phase 4 because phase 4 is something you're going to do for finalization, like a final. Let's do the flower essences multi-theme. This means two synonymic sets. Okay, or one full synonymic set. Click submit. I just added a silo, and now it's asking me if I want to add articles. I don't yet. Let's just submit and move forward. Now I jumped ahead the blueprint only to show you, how quickly this goes past a certain point. Here's a multi-theme. Click this little thing right here, and that's going to drill into it. It usually only takes about 15 minutes. It's going to give you a quick and dirty. And I probably won't have luck with this being a great demonstration, guys, but I hope you'll bear with me. If you choose a very skewed theme, like for example, after I run this blueprint, I'm going to run one for just the word flower essences with none of those other, none of the synonymic set that we invented and created along the way. And I'm going to see if there's a different blueprint different keywords that come back in the blueprint to show you how it influences. It would probably be better if I did that on something that was far more extreme, like flower essences and something like, I don't know, Dr. Bach or something like that, something that really skews it off, or even something off topic like homeopathy. Then you can really see how the blueprint gets skewed by which themes you use to define your synonym. So if this doesn't work, forgive me, but I just do want to go ahead and stop here and see if I can give you a demonstration of a different. Since your blueprints cost you something, it's going to be a little difficult for you to mess around a lot with these variations, unless you're a grandfathered in ThemeZoom student and you have tokens to play around with. Hopefully I'll give you a good demonstration here. Hang on a second. Okay, the flower essences multi-theme came back. This is based on the stuff that we chose just for this particular thing. And here are the keywords that came back. Bach flower essences, Bach flower remedy, flower essence society, flower essence therapy. You can choose or not choose any of these things. You can even move them across silos. We haven't officially selected any of these things because we're going to do that when we get in the blueprint area. But let's go ahead and do an experiment with a completely different type of thing and see if we get different words back. And I'll show you what we mean. When we come back, we'll get into that.